Hi guys, Lindsay here with Storybook Family Farm. It is officially starting to get to wintertime weather. Today was actually our first day of snow. Unfortunately, nothing stuck. I am someone that absolutely loves snow, so I was really excited when earlier in the week the forecast had said that we were going to get like 3 to 4 inches of accumulation today. Really excited, only to find out that now it's just like a snow rain mix sort of thing. So a little bit disappointed by that, but because of us knowing that winter's obviously on its way, we were getting some pretty terrible weather this week, a lot of rain, and goats hate rain. And as it's been, the goats have only been able to get in the daytime into this half of the barn, this side over here, because that's where the door is to go outside. So we had planned on, before wintertime came, to make improvements in the barn, because honestly our barn desperately needs a lot of work to it. But it's kind of one of those things that we can gimp it along for quite a while still. So it's just been kind of like tweak this, fix this, change this, here, there, everywhere sort of situation. It's not high on the priority list, especially because now we have a new roof on here. So it's pretty much watertight. So it's good enough for animals. I would never want to live in here. That's for sure. But so one of the things that I did this past week was I actually got our old rain barrel here. It is kind of muddy. I didn't think to clean it before I brought it in here, but it doesn't matter what the outside looks like. I brought in our old rain barrel here because there is not water or electricity in our barn, and it really gets old pretty quickly whenever it starts getting cold enough out that we can't use the hose and run the hose out here to fill up water, because then we have to just go all the way back to the house, get water, and carry it. I think it's like 120 or 150 feet from the house to the barn. So doing that with gallon after gallon after gallon of water every single day throughout the wintertime gets really old. I know that this here, I'll be able to use this until it starts consistently being below freezing, because it is 55 gallons of water in here that I use the hose to fill up. And then just obviously use the little spigot at the bottom there to fill up our jugs. So that way we can get water for everybody without having to walk so far. It also makes it so that way morning chores and evening chores are a lot more convenient to just have the water here instead of having to walk all the way to where the hose is stretched out to then get water. We've been sort of just kind of living in a really difficult living situation and homesteading situation for so long that now it's like, okay, we've got to start making things easier for ourselves, because it works for a short term to carry water, but after a while it gets old. So the other thing that I worked on yesterday, it's pretty cold today, but the other thing I worked on yesterday was there was an old door here that we had gotten from a house. It's a long story. I'll link a video in the description box below for if you guys want to hear the story of the significance of the door that we were using here. I'll link that video down below. But anyways, so I ended up creating a door here with some of the OSB that was left over from putting in the new subfloor in our house. I created this door here so that way we can open and shut this side here. Instead of having a door that was completely blocking everything off, I made, a partial door. So then the chickens can still fly over to get into this side here where the girls are at. This is the side that Daisy, Rosie, Flower, and Blossom have been sleeping in for quite some time now. And it used to be the side that the chickens were sleeping in the barn, and then eventually it became where the ducks and geese were sleeping until I then built them a hut. It's just, this barn has evolved a lot in the past year and a half. But so this side over here, right by Rosie's bum there, that was a very small chicken coop door. I actually doubled it in size so that way the goats can come in and out of here. And then I added that slide through door that just literally just slides over it. We shove a block of wood there so that way it gets wedged in so nothing can come in or out. That's how we did it for the whole time that it was using it as a chicken coop door, and it worked just fine. So we assume that, it should work fine for them too. But so then I also built that little stand there, which I've been meaning to build a stand for them in here, because in the other side of the barn, I do have a stand that I built for the goats to, just sort of jump up on, play on, lay underneath, that sort of a thing. Goats really enjoy that. So I built that stand yesterday too. And then I also redid a chicken perch in here because we have one old hen, which she's actually right there. Sarah has always slept up there on a perch that was really falling apart of a shelf. I went to go to secure it and it actually fell apart. So fixed that up, rearranged some other stuff in the barn, and just did a lot of work outside. It was nice to give my knees a break from doing all the flooring in the house, but it also is incredibly taxing to go from being in the middle of one really big project to then suddenly having to shift focus to take care of the animals and do different things like that. And that's been something that's been a very big struggle for me the entire time that we've had this property, has been working on one thing and then realizing that something else is lacking or doing without or not doing well. So I just have to keep shimmying and shifting and changing. So it's been very difficult to keep things on track. So especially too, I also have ADHD, so that makes things obviously a lot harder. So hopefully I'll be able to get the flooring done tomorrow because the subfloor is finished, and now the barn's ready for wintertime. I will have to do some odds and ends things as the winter gets closer and as things get colder out, because I do have quite a bit of ventilation holes now in place in the barn. So then that way all of the fumes and whatnot can get out easily. But so this window here, I have a whole bunch of panes that I have to put plastic over top of, which isn't a big deal, but that is definitely something I want to wait till the last possible minute to do because it makes it way darker in here. And since there's not lights, it is already hard to see. I already have to just work with whatever sunlight there is available that day. So it makes things a little bit difficult. But other thing I'm hoping to get done before like winter, which this is a really, really ambitious plan, is to try to get the barn painted just because it is in really bad shape. But if it doesn't get done this year, it doesn't get done. I can only do so much, I suppose. But yeah, I'm gonna head in because my nose is freezing now. So anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys.